Hello, welcome back. I'm over at the unit. There is a surprise. I'm sure you're used to seeing me here now, but if you're not, my name's Steve. I'm an online reseller. I sell a lot of stuff online, such as books, which is the majority of my eBay store, and I've got a Vinted store as well. Vinted stuff, which is very quickly piling up. And yeah, that's what I do. That's how I make a living. So it's January. Things are very quiet in terms of eBay, although yesterday had my best day of the year, but it's one of my best days I've had for probably a month. Yeah, probably, maybe, don't know. Anyway, very good day yesterday, and I got loads of stuff listed as well, so lots of sales, lots of stuff listed, so it felt like a good achievement of a day, which is always promising. Back over here today because I want to try and get some more stuff listed, try and get my listings up because they've dropped down. If you don't know, during December I didn't really list much at all, so it was just stuff that I was ending and relisting and trying to get rid of the older stock, which has kind of worked a little bit, but it's not dropped as much as I would have liked. But my thoughts going forward are I'm just going to go and just get as much listed as I can, try and sort out as much of this stuff as I can. Hopefully by the time Carboot seasons and jumble trails, jumble sales start coming around, I'll have a bit of room in here to actually buy some stuff, which would be nice. Or I'll probably fill up before then, but who knows. So anyway, some of you may have remembered that I had this was listed. Well, this wasn't listed, this was down here, and I had a load of books on it. I finally cleared that off, and I got it listed today, so that is now listed on eBay, so that's good. It's not in the best of conditions. It's a nice looking thing. It's got the drawers on the front for like folders and paper or whatever you want to put in it, but I've put it as collection only because I didn't really want to faff around posting it. But if it doesn't sort of sell, then I'll think about it, because it's not like majorly heavy or awkward. So yeah, one thing to think about anyway. And I've started clearing through some of these, so it doesn't look again like it, but there's some gaps. This was all sort of like right up to the top on each level, and I cleared out a bundle of 20 from that shelf, some other bits and bobs from there, bits and bobs, so that's slowly getting clearer. So what I'd like to do is probably pull that out and maybe push that in there, so it'll fill that gap a bit more, and I might be able to use it for some Vinted stuff instead. Did clear out one of these boxes, but then I've put the stuff that was on top of there in it, so that's kind of good, but I need to sort it out. I've got another bundle of books there to get listed, and I'm going to try and sort through some other bundles. I've got some bundles I've sorted out here, so I've actually got a bundle of Manfredi listed. They're quite slow sellers, but I found a few others, so I'm going to try and bump that in together. But I think I might have some more in a bag over there, I'm not sure. Elizabeth Moon, which I mentioned in my last video, I still haven't got them listed, so I'm going to just bundle those up. It's got book 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7, so I'm just going to bundle them up and see how they do. Got some Barbara Wood, all authors I don't really know much about, so I'm just going to list them and try and move them on, see how we get on. I've got some more books in there which I can't really get to at the minute because I've got a load of other stuff in the way, so I want to try and clear a bit of this out of the way first. But this is all a bit it's not, I don't know, it's not the best of books to try and sort out, but anyway, I'll have a look through and see what I can do with it and try and make a bit of headway with it. I may even try and get some cookbooks there which I didn't quite get listed, so I might try and get those listed and out of the way, and then there's some more boxes, obviously loads of boxes to sort through. So again, doesn't look like I'm making much progress, but it feels like I'm getting on top of it a little bit. If I can get, ideally I want to try and get about 15 to 25 things sorted out, pictured, so I can get them listed over the weekend, and then hopefully get rid of some stuff, which would be wonderful, and kind of the whole point of selling stuff online is actually the selling stuff. Otherwise it's just stuff that's online. It's a real deep thought for you there. Also got like a bundle. I put together a bundle recently, which is all kind of historical. I don't really know what to call it. It was like historical. It's all non-fiction, but it's like historical stuff. So that's about Warhorse. This is about William Marshall, but it's all like real, real stories and stuff. So there's a whole bundle of that. I might try and put another bundle together, because I've probably got a load of other stuff similar, and then that'll be a good one to get rid of too. I am slowly running out of room on my shelves again, so I actually got a load of, if you can't see it, it might be a bit dark, but over there's some wine boxes which I picked up from Tesco's. So I was going to bring some tape over to take the bottoms of the boxes up because they're all flat packed, and then put some bundles in them and put them on top of the shelves or out of the way anyway. But I forgot my tape, so that'll have to wait for another day. In the meantime, I don't know, I'll find some room somewhere. I've got some room there's a shelf over there which you probably can't see, but I can't really see it either, but there is room over there somewhere. But yeah, not a lot of room. Sales haven't been great apart from yesterday. Yeah, and a lot of the sales that I've had recently have been fairly small ones, so I kind of want to try and get rid of some bigger bundles of stuff. There was one book bundle which I think was 9 books or something, quite big one, so that frees up a bit of a gap, which would be nice. I've got some space on here because that's not really well organised, but that's not the most sturdiest of shelves, and there's bits of space dotted around here which I might try and utilise a bit better. So yeah, as ever, there is lots to be getting on with and lots to keep me busy. Thank you for the comments on my last video. People were telling me different ways that I can try and track stuff to do with my finances and all that kind of business related stuff, which I don't really do very well. So I need to I'm going to try and do end of the month or beginning of the month to keep a track of all my outgoings and ingoings, and try and do that on a monthly basis and then catch up, and then hopefully by April I should know exactly where I am and I can get the tax done, get out of the way, and not have to worry about it for another year, which would be nice. Well, at least worry about that part of it for another year, and then I can just try and keep on top of it again. But yeah, I had a good day yesterday in terms of listing. I got what did I get done? I think I got about 12 or 14, I can't remember now, items of clothing done, plus a load of bundles of books and some other bits and bobs that I had. So I had some CDs and audio books. I had a load of other stuff that I've got listed, which have been sitting around for a little while, so that's quite nice. And I'm slowly making a bit of room at home as well, because I haven't put a video up on here, I don't think, but yeah, my bedroom at home, but my office where all my stock used to be, if you've been following me for a while or go back watch some of my old videos, you'll see my office converted room, which was where all my stock was until I moved over here, and it seemed to quadruple in size. That was getting a bit full up because had some stock in there which I hadn't listed. I had a load of packaging in there which I've still got some of it in there, but then lots of other bits and bobs as well which need looking at or need fixing or just need checking, and it's just all kind of piled up. So I'm slowly working through that as well as working through this, and it's nice. It feels like I'm making headway with all of it, so I just need to carry on doing it and keep pushing myself to actually do it, which is mostly why I've been a bit quiet on here. I haven't been doing as many videos because I've been trying to concentrate on getting that kind of stuff done, making some room, firstly so I can clear out some of this because it's been sitting here for far too long, secondly because I want to try and pick up more stuff, and I can't pick up more stuff because I've got no room for it at the minute. So obviously the more I can get rid of, the more I can get back in, and otherwise it feels like it's just stock that's just sitting there doing nothing, and I don't really want to get anything else in. So it'd be nice to make a bit of headway, clear a bit of a gap if I can, and then start getting some more stuff in come car boot season. Anyway, I will show you now what has sold, because there's been a few bits, as I say, and I will get those out and show you now. Right, first sale is this, which is a physical fitness book, which has been sitting here for ages. I've got 4 or 5 of them. I think I got these from James Boldfinds when he was getting rid of a load of his stock himself. Looking at previous solds, they had some quite good prices. No, tell a lie. No, there was some listed which were good price, but no real sort of sales history as such. So yeah, I got them for free, so I've listed them, and they've been listed for far too long, so I just got to a point where I need to start moving some of this stuff on. So I put it on an auction for 99p. It sold for 99p plus postage. So after that, I'm probably going to make barely anything, but it clears it out, and I've got another 4, so I might do the same thing with those. But it's good to be getting rid of stuff. I've sold this, which is a Leon Paul fencing mask. I wasn't totally sure of the sizing. The person who bought it actually sent me a message saying, is it for an adult or a child? I think it's, I said to him, I honestly don't know, but I included loads of pictures and sizes, and I measured every part I could possibly measure, but on here it doesn't seem, all it says is the brand, and there's a name which has kind of been scrubbed out, but yeah, it doesn't say if it's a adult or what. So hopefully they've measured it all right, and that has sold for £35 all in. I picked this up while out walking my dog. There is a well, kind of out walking my dog, I think, can't remember. There was a house anyway that put a notice up to say that they were moving and had loads of stuff for free outside, and this was there. I thought it looked quite cool, so I picked it up. Yeah, sold for £35 all in. I sold this jumper, which is Reef Knots, which is, I think it's like a sailing brand. That has sold for £25. Yeah, £25. I had it listed for 35, I think, or 32. Can't remember, but it was. It's been sitting there for since May last year, so I thought I'd just take the money and go. Gets it out. This is what most of my sales this week have been, a lot of just get rid of it because it's been sitting there too long. Another one of those sales, so these have sold for £2.99 plus postage for 4 recipe books. So they're all that Hamlin all colour cookbooks. So we've got super soups, chocolate recipes, easy suppers and barbecue recipes. They've been sitting there for a while, and I think I listed them low to get rid of them originally, but they still never sold, so I lowered the price down even further, and they've just gone and they're out of the way. This is sold, it's a Tony and Guy, it's like a hair curler thing, it's a weird shaped one. I paid £2 at a charity shop not so long ago, actually, a couple of weeks ago maybe, and that sold for £17. A bundle of William Horwood, so they've got, there's the Book of Silence, volume 1, 2 and 3, plus the Duncton Chronicles as well, which I've thrown in. So 4 books, they've sold for £12.34. I bought those recently in a charity shop, and they had 15 books for £1, so they've cost me, don't know, you do the math, but not very much at all. So 8p, is that? Something like that, maybe not, 7p. Anyway, per book, so it's cost me basically nothing, and they've sold for £12.34. I can't remember where or why I bought this, but that has sold. It was a Build-A-Bear, but it sings Happy Birthday. So that has sold for £9.99 plus postage, and that's going internationally. This was very nice. I picked this up last week, paid £2.50 in a charity shop. It's brand new and sealed. Love Thy Neighbour, which not great these days. I don't think you could get away with. You couldn't get away with probably a lot of stuff these days, but that has sold for £49.99. And finally for the sales, so this is a bundle of Moira Caldecott, which I've not heard of before, but it's sort of Egyptian, so daughter of Ra, daughter of Amun, basically Egyptian fiction type stuff. When I looked at sales, they weren't great. There wasn't many that had sold at all really, for Moira Caldecott, and there was no bundles that had sold in the last 3 months at least anyway. So I thought I would just give it a try and see what happens. So yeah, and have sold them within a week, I think it was. Yeah, just over a week. So 9 books sold for $19.99. Not bad. So if anything, that sort of showed me that I just need to start getting stuff listed, because a lot of time, like these Elizabeth Moon ones, I was like, oh, I'm not sure if they'll sell. These Barbara Wood ones, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. But I just need to get it listed and find out. That's the only way to, you're going to tell really, is just to try it and see, and if not, you can just keep lowering the price. Someone will buy it eventually, but if not, throw it in with something else. Also had one sale on Vinted as well, but I'm not sure where that is. I think it's on this shelf somewhere, just a book, but I don't know if anyone else has this on Vinted. So I've got a lot of books listed on Vinted. The majority of them are £2, £1.50, £1. Some of them are a little bit higher, but the majority are sort of very low price and just sort of try and clear it out. This book was listed for £2. Someone sent me an offer of £1.20. Just like, come on. So in the end I replied, I think I responded with a counter offer, a petty counter offer of £1.80. I'm sorry, I'm petty, I can't help it. £1.80, and just thought, just for an extra, whatever it was, they'll probably buy it or they'll just go away. But no, they came back with another counter offer of £1.50. Obviously I know there's fees on top of that and they got to pay postage, but it's not like a huge difference. Obviously not to me either. Yeah, I don't know, just annoys me. But in the end I accepted the £1.50. So it was late at night, I accepted it pretty much straight away, but they didn't pay until the morning, and then straight away I got a message back saying, can you get this sent out as soon as possible because it's for a birthday. Just pay the extra money. If you'd have paid it straight away, I could have got it out centre. I would have sent out sooner, and I would have been more accommodating. Anyway, rant over. Vintage just can be a bit annoying sometimes, but not quite as annoying as Facebook Marketplace. So hey, what can you do? Here it is. Danny Wallace. Thank you very much. Yeah, £1.50. So it's worth it. Right, I'm back, and I've done a bit. I had to cut off a little bit sharply then. I don't know if you saw, there was a van that went past while I was here, and I still get embarrassed filming if there are other people around. It's weird. If I was to think about people actually watching me and sitting down and seeing my face and listening to me, it would probably freak me out and I'd probably stop doing it. So I tend not to think about it, and I just focus on the camera and get that bit done. But yeah, it's very strange. I still can't really film in front of my other half either. If she's around, I just don't talk. So yeah, very strange. Anyway, I've got a few book bundles sorted. I sorted out another few bags of stuff as well. So I was looking for some of those Manfredi guy books that I said I was going to sort out. I found one in there. It's actually the same as one I already had, so a bit pointless, but I sorted through 3 or 4 bags of books that were just sitting on the floor. Sorted those out a bit more, made up a few bundles, made up a cookbook bundle. Still doesn't look like I really cleared much, but there's a bit of flooring there. There's a pile of books there which I haven't quite sorted out yet. They were the ones from the bag. Oh, loads of bits all over the place, but it's getting through it slowly but surely. That's not including these tubs that are down here, which I still haven't sorted out. I've kind of started sorting them into genre. At least the bottom ones are sorted into genre, but the top ones are sort of a bit of a mishmash of stuff. So there's a hell of a lot of. So this is an Elizabethan mystery. So I've got lots of like historical, fiction-y type stuff. So that, for instance, there's a whole load of different ones of that, which I might put a bundle together of those. God knows, I've got so much stuff, but I've just found a load of like this kind of stuff, which is Crusades and that. I actually made a bundle up of 20, those ones on the shelf. Made a bundle of 20 of those the other yesterday. I think I've listed those. I think they might be going on tomorrow. But another load of them. So well, another 5-6 books, which are sort of similar theme, but hopefully I can put them together with something else and make another bundle. I just need to start selling some stuff. That would be wonderful. Hopefully now it's coming to the end of January, things will start picking up a little bit, at least for a week or so, while people get paid. January is the longest month if you're employed and waiting for that money to come in. I remember it well. It was just, well, actually in my previous job they paid us a week early, and I think it was a week early or a few days. Anyway, it wasn't too bad in January, but it was it's a long time, because generally you get paid before Christmas and then you've got to wait all the way till January. Oh, it's a pain. So hopefully those people are watching my items and they're just going to fly in there and go and buy loads of books as soon as they get paid. Anyway, I shall leave it there. I've got other bits to be getting on with, so I shall do that and head off fairly shortly home to try and get some bits sorted. So if you'd be so kind to hit the thumbs up, please, that would be very welcome. If you are new here, please subscribe. I've got it in my head to try and hit 5,000 this year, which I think is highly unlikely, but you never know. Sometimes these things just snowball. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.